I'm going to be punished this afternoon for the 2 minutes late. It's 8:32, and the Redevelopment Agency meeting of August 7th, 2024 is called to order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in good shape. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2. You may also watch the meeting live on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, on the Go Vegas app. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the internet at www.kclv.tv/live. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2, the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m., Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 5 p.m. This building is protected by state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler systems. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exits at the back of the chambers, go out to the mezzanine, proceed out the double doors to the terrace, and go down the back staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with a marshal or fire official for assistance, and once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First Streets. Employees wearing safety vests or city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related to items on the agenda, citizen participation, and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you may complete and submit to your city clerk up front here, please. Cards are available in the clerk's office or at the rear of these chambers, but if you don't submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If anyone is present today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please come forward and see our city clerk staff. And if you parked in the parking garage across the street, a self-validation machine is located in the foyer between our chambers and the security desk you walk through to enter chambers. You must have your ticket with you to use the machine. However, if you do not, please see security personnel when exiting for a validation coupon. We'll move on to agenda item 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items, so if anyone submitted a speaker card who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium and state your name for the record. And we will set the time at 1 minute. Madam Clerk, please. Our normal rush to the mic. We will move on to agenda item 4. For possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of June 26, 2024. Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion to approve those minutes, please?
So moved.
Thank you. This motion, please vote and please post. And those motions carry. Oh, I knew I had Councilman Greer here, but we're still okay. Yes. 4. Okay, that motion carries. We'll move on to agenda item 5. Report of declarations per NRS 279.454, which requires any officer or employee of the city who in the course of their duties participates in the formulation of or approval of plans or policies for the redevelopment agency is to disclose interest in property located in the existing redevelopment area and or redevelopment area 2. Dr. Holmes, please.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. For the record, I'm Dr. Luann Holmes, City Clerk. This is the annual disclosure of interest in our redevelopment areas as required by NRS 279.454, the Nevada Community Redevelopment Law. This law states that any officer or employee of the city who, in the course of their duties, participates in the formulation or approval of plans or policies in either of the 2 redevelopment areas we have in the city, must disclose any direct or indirect financial interest in said properties. And if the officer or employee owns, purchases, or acquires any interest in such property, they shall make a written disclosure of said interest. This law further requires that said interest be disclosed to both the redevelopment agency and city council, and that this be entered upon the minutes of both bodies. This item, along with city council item number 14 on this morning's consent agenda, will satisfy that requirement. There's no motion required, and I thank you for accepting this report.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to agenda item number 6, RA 122024, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program, CVIP, agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, the RDA, and the Charleston OZB LLC owner, located 1551 South Commerce, to be in compliance with and furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $25,000, RDA Special Revenue Fund, Redevelopment Area, Ward 3, Councilwoman Diaz, and this item is related to Council Item 45, which is R4012024. And good morning.
Good morning, Mayor. Dina Babsky, Acting Director, Economic and Urban Development, and here with me is Steve Marderosian.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning again. So for this item, we're bringing forward a VIP grant in the amount of $25,000 for your consideration. The property where the project is located is at 1551 South Commerce Street, and it is located between Utah and Wyoming, and it is actually inside of our Gateway District. Within the surrounding area, right to the east of it is the Abel Baker Brewery. There's a few vacant lots in the area, as well as auto service shops. The building itself, the condition before any improvements, of which Mr. Marderosian is investing over $160,000 of his own capital, which makes him eligible for the $25,000 grant. But as you can tell, the building exterior is pretty deteriorated, as well as the graffiti and such. So this is a great candidate for some facelift improvements. Some of the potential renderings provided by the applicant include the beautiful picture. They want to essentially change the whole exterior. The facade will include a brand new paneling, brand new glass. There will be a metal stairway going up to the roof, as well as some new metal doors on the backside of the building. There's another rendering. I believe these are the two different options that the applicant is considering for the improvements. It also includes the new signage, as you can tell. So with that, I'd like to pass the mic over to Mr. Marderosian if you have any questions as far as what might be going in there.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and this project, please, and good morning.
Hi. Hello. Yeah, my name is Steve Marderosian. I've done some development projects in the downtown area. Most of the projects I have done have been in the downtown area. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. Moved here 27 years ago.
Very smart.
And started a manufacturing company. We did gaming products. And then about 10 years ago, I started investing in downtown real estate. So I've done a few projects. This is my biggest yet. Purchased the building in 2022 through an opportunity fund, which, as you know, that side of downtown is an opportunity zone. I'm doing a complete remodel. Everything is being updated. The walls have come down. We're adding an elevator. We have been discussing leasing options with multiple restaurants, bars, coffee shops, a few offices, a few types of businesses like architecture firms and marketing firms, tattoo shops. We're getting interest from a lot of different areas. We have a few serious inquiries. It's just everyone's waiting for some of the walls to go up and the elevator to go in so they could see a little bit when we're further ahead with some of the construction indoors to, make a decision on which spaces they want.
And how many employees are you hopeful of having? And parking, Mrs. Babsky, if you could address what the parking issue might be here, but I guess it depends on the intent of what's going to be in the building.
That's Dina Babsky for the record. That is correct. I also want to add that our own parking garage will be coming up on Utah, just a couple blocks down, so parking will be taken care of.
Wonderful. And you said you have an elevator, so is something similar planned for the second floor? Or is there a third floor? Just
There's 2 floors where we were adding an elevator. The building was built in 1975, and I think the use has been the same all these years. We're changing the use. We're doing some structural support throughout the building. So we're adding a lot of structure to it, adding the elevator, which gives us flexibility to change the use to either food and beverage or things like that. So we're working on, depending on what type of tenants need the space. The parking lots that are coming in the area are helping with some of the food and beverage tenants that we're talking to about it. And I believe across the street, there's a parking lot being built in the near future. So, yeah, if I were to guess, I would think we're going to have between 8 to 10 tenants throughout the building, unless somebody wants a bigger unit. So we'll have different types of businesses that come in, and all of them will have their employees and their staff, depending on what type of...
And assuming this passes, what is your timeline for gutting it, fixing it up, doing the construction that you have planned?
We started construction in December. So we should have the second floor permit closed out in October. And some of the longer lead time items have affected our time. So currently, we're waiting on the elevator to be built and some of the storefront facade, the glass, the glazing, and all of that. But the interior of the building is about 80% complete. It was just the drywall has to go up. A new roof is going in. We're waiting on the elevator to be installed before we put in the new roof. So second floor should be ready in October, and then we're waiting on an electric panel for the first floor. It's been on back order for a year. So we should be done with the entire building by February, March.
Wonderful. I don't know if we have any questions before I turn it over to Councilwoman, but the whole area is just lit up and getting to be so exciting. I just know I can always look at Mrs. Babsky here and see her smiling, because so much is happening in the Arts District in particular and in downtown. So any comments, questions? Okay, Councilwoman.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and we're really excited to hear that there's a lot of potential for that space and that there's very, very much interest to come into the adjacency. I think it's one of the areas that is in the Gateway District that needs more redevelopment and needs more TLC, so I find that this investment is sound, and hopefully it's going to bring more and more change about in the area. So with that, I'm going to move to approve Agenda Item 6.
Wonderful. There's a motion, and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
As this clears, and please post. And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
you.
Thank you, Ms. Babsky.
Real quick, Madam Mayor, I just want to
Yes.
approve an aye for agenda item number 4
Thank you.
officially.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and we are now into our,
I'll do the
please.
same, too, please, thank you.
Thank you. And Councilwoman Seaman is excused. Thank you. Agenda item 7, this is our second final public comment period. During this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the agency unless that subject's on the agenda and scheduled for action. So if you wish to be heard, please come to the podium, give your name for the record, the amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. Anyone wishing to speak in this portion? Hearing and seeing none, our redevelopment agency's adjourned. We'll start our city council meeting at 9 a.m. Thank you.